All right, let us get right into our Monday Night Raw review, and we open this show with Sting.
The Icon, which they finally referred to him as tonight.
Yeah, thank you, WWE. About time you boarded the bus. Jesus. Sting is just really happy to be here. Ultimately, he says, to get to the nitty-gritty of it, look, I'm not here to fight for WCW. That war's been over forever now, and to do so would be ridiculous. I'm here to take Triple H down.
I love this, too, because then Steph comes out, and she's like, I know that you represent WCW, and you want to take down the WWE. After he literally just got done saying that this isn't a WCW versus WWE thing.
I wonder if they're kind of ticked at Sting, because they really have been kind of making this, which I don't necessarily mind, but, all the weeks prior, they've been kind of making this WCW versus WWE thing.
Yeah, I mind it because that is the exact kind of thing that could make Vince want to be like, maybe we should let Hunter go over in this match. It's WWE versus WCW, and WCW can't win that match.
But Vince, it's WrestleMania 31. No, it's not. It's WrestleMania My Ego. Damn it! Put Hunter over.
Am I fucking going over?
Oh, man. So then you have Stephanie come out and be like, this is what it feels like to be in the ring with the Stinger. And then more or less, of course, she mocks him. And, to Ashton's point, she's like, I know you're here on behalf of WCW and you want to take the WWE down. And, who could blame you? In WCW, you were the big fish in a little itty-bitty pond. And now, here in the big leagues, you're nothing more than a minnow. Ouch, Steph. Ouch.
Oh, man. So what exactly does that make the WWE between 1996 and 1998 when WCW was whipping their asses in the ratings?
Yeah, for over 80 straight weeks. Was it like 87 straight weeks?
It was something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. And then I love this because Stephanie kind of pulls a Natalia here. And if we give Natalia a flag for her, we have to give Stephanie a flag for her too. Because she says, I'm the daughter of the man who eviscerated your career when WWE beat WCW in the Monday Night War. Golf clap for you, honey. That's a real achievement right there.
I have famous and powerful parents.
Oh, her and her ostentatious wealth. Anyway, and then I think Sting pretty much was like, look, you're a spoiled brat. I'm done with you guys. And then what made this thing really cool and really entertaining, Stephanie, I guess, felt slighted, disrespected, like, how dare you not kneel before my power? She tries to slap Sting. Sting catches her hand. And I was really hoping that he was going to Scorpion Death Drop her. But unfortunately, Ashton, that does not happen.
No, of course not, because Triple H's music hits.
Triple H's music hits. He comes out. And, he pretty much says, hey, you want to do this? And he asked Stephanie, did he hurt you? And Stephanie was all like, yes. And Triple H, he takes his jacket off. Things are getting serious now. He gets on the apron to confront Sting, but Stephanie stops him, and she pulls the hammer out, and she gives it to Triple H. So we think, oh, man, something's going down. And then Sting produces the bat, and then, yeah, we just get these two guys staring at each other. I personally feel like Sledgehammer beats Bat. Triple H clearly disagrees. And that's pretty much where it ends, because Triple H walks off.
Yep, because apparently a sledgehammer is only worth anything if it doesn't have to go up against another weapon.
Oh, absolutely, my friend. Everybody knows that Bat beats Sledgehammer every single time.
Which, I guess I get that, because, what's Triple H going to do with the sledgehammer that Sting can't prevent him from doing with the bat?
I guess. I don't know.
Because I guess here's my thing. The sledgehammer is a really, really, really powerful iron chunk attached to a pretty flimsy wooden stick.
Yeah.
So, I feel like if Sting really wanted to, he could probably snap that stick in half and make the sledgehammer basically worthless while still having a functional weapon. I don't know. We're overanalyzing the living crap out of this. Let's move on.
Yeah, indeed. We know that Randy Orton is going to have a matchup tonight, but you get to vote on the WWE app whether it'll be versus Kane, Big Show or Seth Rollins and J&J Security. Isn't it so great to have options?
Yeah. I mean, here's my thing, though. I like that this I think the WWE obviously knew who people were going to vote for, but on that same note, it wasn't a guarantee. And the consequences would have changed depending on who would have been voted for, because what we got ended up actually leading to an Orton-Rollins confrontation where Rollins had to escape. But if it would have been Big Show or Kane, I don't think Rollins would have even been out there.
Right.
So I like that they're finally giving us polls that have at least some shred of consequence.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you. Also, we see Paige and AJ Lee conversing backstage because apparently there's going to be a Divas Championship match tonight. Nikki Bella is going to defend her championship, and she said Paige and AJ have to work out who's going to get the title shot. So that's kind of a developing story, ongoing throughout the show. Our next actual matchup is Dean Ambrose and R-Truth versus Stardust and Luke Harper. Just a really fun tag match. I'm a fan of all four guys. The end of the match pretty much comes when Ambrose gets the pin. Actually, R-Truth gets the pin on Stardust after his finisher. I'm so used to Ambrose hitting dirty deeds on everybody. R-Truth actually got the glory this week. But Ambrose and Harper had a lot of interaction, and at one point he takes Harper out on the floor with the suicide dive.
Yeah, I was going to say, for what it's worth, even though R-Truth got the pin, and he did end up hitting his finisher, the What's Up, which is just a jumping inverted STO, Ambrose really did all the work here. I mean, he destroyed everyone in this match. He was on fire. He looked like summer 2013 Daniel Bryan taking out all three members of the Shield at the same time.
Yeah.
That's basically the kind of stuff that he even did the thing where he went up against the ropes and you thought he was going to do some kind of a move to the guy in the middle of the ring, but they go for a clothesline and he ducks it and then he does a suicide dive to someone outside of the ring. Like, that's so much what Daniel Bryan was doing in that summer of 2013 that got him so over. And that's what Ambrose is doing right now, which has me incredibly excited because it could mean big things for him this year.
Oh, Dev, I feel like Dean's just somebody you can't keep down. I think the fans love him. I think he's got great energy. He was all in for this match, working on all cylinders. It was beautiful. And you know what? Say what you will about the Intercontinental Championship build-up and this and that. I know you and I had a nice fleshed-out discussion of it. I know other people have been critiquing it or very positive about it. It's been very mixed. But I really have loved the exposure overall that these 7 participants have gotten. Really has me pumped for the ladder match. In fact, I'd say the ladder match is one of my most anticipated matches going into this Mania. And congratulations to R-Truth and Ambrose for the victory. And so that was that match against solid tag team bout. All the while, it's worth noting that Bad News Barrett was on commentary. And, they're pretty much talking about odds at the commentary table. And I think Barrett has the worst looking odds of walking out with the Intercontinental Championship, which allowed him to quip at Booker T, while your odds of eating a bullhammer go up by the second. And as soon as the decision comes of R-Truth and Dean Ambrose winning, he hauls ass out of there. He gets up from the table, and he goes straight up the ramp. He's done. He doesn't want anything to do with anybody. So, that was that. So, again, really enjoying the build of the Intercontinental Championship ladder match.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it kind of comes back to the other week where I pointed out that these guys are basically just a bunch of losers trying to get that title, but not all of them are losers. Dean Ambrose, I don't think, has lost during this build-up. I'm pretty sure Daniel Bryan, up until tonight, that is. Spoiler alert. But yeah, it's one of those things where I love the entertainment factor, and this has been a very entertaining build-up, but at the end of the day, all the guys trying to get this title have been losing. So I don't know. I don't know if I can really kind of give it my stamp of approval knowing that.
And I could certainly understand that, but, they also did, I don't know if you read this, they had a great roundtable article on WWE.com of all these former Intercontinental Champions talking about their first time winning the belt and what being Intercontinental Champion meant to them and what they think the title should mean, and finally who they're picking to win the ladder match. It was great. You had Bret Hart in there, Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, Pat Patterson. So, I'm just really loving the build that they're giving this match. So, good stuff. It would have been even cooler if something like that was taking place in ring.
Yeah.
Really giving it like a next level feel.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
Yeah, I agree with that last part.
Yeah. So we see WWE promoting the Special Olympics, and some of the athletes, of course, have been invited, to Raw, which I thought was really cool. Michael Cole, then we kind of recap Byron Saxton's interview with Roman Reigns. Pretty much says, it's the biggest moment of his life.